Good morning. Today I just want to tidy up kind of what we did yesterday a little bit. You might hear some wind blowing outside. I'm afraid it's the there's a storm brewing outside. Now the thing that we did yesterday was we set up this sort of a spreadsheet yesterday. Okay, so I can change the tax rate here to be 30%. And we see that this figure down here, the net tax, changes accordingly. Okay, so let's leave it at 20 for the time being. Now, let's take a look at how we calculated that. So tax at standard rate. So if I go in here and then I take a look at the formula I used, I had to divide B5 by 100. B5 is this guy here, so I had to divide that 20 by 100 to turn into a percentage. So I wasn't sure yesterday if Google Sheets was capable of dealing with the percentage symbol. So it is. So that might be a better way of going about this. So that's not 20, that's actually 20%. So I can put percentage in there, enter, and I can put percentage in there as well. And that means I can come back over here and I can, over here, and I can turn this thing here into just a straightforward multiplication, so I don't need to be dividing by 100 anymore. So if I hit enter now, it's starting to make a bit of sense. And in here as well, in here, I don't need to be dividing by 100 anymore, so I can go delete, 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 and ding, 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 delete, enter. Okay, so that's basically using the percentage symbol here. Now, so that's quite nice. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. In another video we might try and pop this out into a different sheet, but for the time being we're okay with that. I'm just going to scroll out here for a second and I go to 100. So that's probably what you guys are looking at there. Now I'm going to put a title on this one here. I'm going to call it annual. And in here, I want to put in maybe monthly or weekly. Right. So if we have to pay this much at the standard rate annually, how would we work out what we have to pay it monthly? What would I put in there? Right, it's going to be this answer here divided by 12, right, for monthly, because there's 12 months in a year. So it's equal to this cell here divided, so that's / by 12. Now it's giving me an auto suggest. I'm not going to do that because I want to get the tools to be working. So let's take a look at what happens if I drag this down here. It does it all for me, okay? But I have a problem. This cell here, we would never say something, we would never say you pay 411.66666667 euro. We just would never do that. We would always round it, because it's a money sum, we would round it to 2 decimal places. So these buttons up here are really, really powerful for doing that, okay? So I'm going to use this button here. I'm never quite sure if I have to increase or decrease, so just by playing around with it, I should be able to get it. So that's increasing it, so I want to decrease it. There we go. And I'm going to have to do, if I drag that down again, it should hold the formatting. There we go, look at that. Okay, so that's looking a bit more like money now, yeah? Okay, so I'm going to leave to you guys how to work out weekly. And again, I don't want any kind of spurious decimal places like 3 decimal places. I want 2 decimal places because it's a money sum. Do you guys know of anywhere within a certainly within a 1 kilometer radius of the school, where you would see 3 decimal places. I can think of one location where the product is quoted to 3 decimal places. So it's quoted at maybe 142.9 cent. So that's effectively €1.42.429. Okay, but anyway, that's a thing for a different day. Okay, so can you guys for tomorrow see if you can fill in this column here, weekly? And yeah, so I want you to work out what this guy here will pay weekly. Oh, let's just check to see if these figures here still make sense if we change his gross. So let's say he's a footballer again and he earns €1 million. And they all change. And we notice this one here doesn't change. And that doesn't change because the standard rate cutoff hasn't changed. But he's not a footballer, he's just a standard sort of guy. So he's going to earn 36,000 a year. Right, so I will see you guys again tomorrow. Until then, keep safe, guys.